Universal announced earlier this year that they're going to build a new theme park in Texas, featuring concept art that seemed to include properties like DreamWorks Trolls, Shrek, and more. A few months later, the city of Frisco approved development plans for the kid-friendly park and a hotel on a 97-acre plot of land. Let's check in on those plans as well as the current state of rumors to see what we can learn about the upcoming Universal Kids theme park. First announced in January 2023, the new theme park is set to be built on a 97-acre section of land in Frisco, Texas. This parcel of land had previously been zoned for future development of apartments, hotels, offices, and other commercial structures, but not for theme parks. In March 2023, Frisco's City Council approved Universal's special use permit to build their theme park on the parcel. Known internally as Project 117, this project, along with a new haunted house attraction announced for Las Vegas, caused the Universal Parks and Resorts division of Comcast to rebrand itself. Now called Universal Destinations and Experiences, the new name shows the company's desire to offer more than just theme parks, but also smaller experiences like these. And if they prove popular, the new kids park here in Texas and the year-round haunt in Vegas may only be the start of a new business model around the world. While the official announcement for this new theme park was vague, they did say it will contain immersive themed lands that will celebrate Universal's iconic brand of entertainment, humor, and innovation while bringing its beloved characters and stories to life in ways that are specifically designed to appeal to families with young children. And that is a key point. This new theme park is meant for kids. While Universal has not revealed the name for the park, rumors have even suggested that it might be named Universal Kids. The mayor of Frisco, Jeff Cheney, has said that the park will be targeting 3 to 9-year-old children especially. This would put the park in line with experiences from other companies like Sesame Place or Legoland. The City Council's approval of Universal's permit updated the language regarding the targeted age range to now include children 3 up to 11 years old. The approval also specifically mandates that Universal utilizes theming and characters that are high quality and have a proven history of economic success and popularity. The special permit approvals contain additional conditions that must be met, including park operating hours limitations, building height limits, noise ordinances, and even a rule that states that no amusement ride on the property shall have a minimum height requirement higher than 48 inches. This is likely to ensure that the park is actually meant for children and will not contain extreme thrill rides. While a start date for actual construction was not discussed during the City Council meeting in March, they did suggest that Universal should have the park and hotel open by June 2026. That means we should see major construction begin in 2024. It has been reported that this project is estimated to cost $550 million, and that architecture firm Ginsler is heading up the project. This is according to sources familiar with the project and has not been confirmed by Universal or Ginsler. Ginsler has an office nearby in Dallas, and earlier this year hired former Disney Imagineer president Bob Weiss as the firm's new global immersive experience design leader. Universal in Frisco conducted a thorough traffic study before the park's development was approved. Universal has worked with the city to plan the layout for the park, on-site hotel, backstage areas, and parking to best avoid affecting traffic negatively for the nearby neighborhoods. Universal has even agreed to pay for an extension to the privacy wall in front of the neighborhood located across from the future hotel site. To help with noise and traffic concerns, the city has put limitations in place for the operating hours of the new theme park. According to the agreement, most operating days would see an opening time of 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and closing times between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. They are also allowed up to 20 days during the year where they can stay open as late as 10 p.m. An exemption for these operating hours was carved out specifically for annual pass holder early entry, which technically means that the park could be open to certain guests as early as 8 a.m. However, they cannot exceed the number of cars predicted by the traffic study during the weekday 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. hour, as it could affect residents heading to work or school in the immediate area. Universal has agreed to all of these terms. Other concerns from local residents have been addressed by these restrictions, including visual intrusions and building height limits. Universal has agreed to an 80-foot height limit for most buildings within the theme park itself, and a 100-foot limit to structures that are part of rides or icons within designated sections of the theme park area. The discussion on which structures may be up to 100 feet tall included examples at other theme parks, like the decorative Hogwarts Castle icon. Landscaping, distance from the street, berms, and walls would be used to limit visibility of these taller structures so that only the top may be seen poking above the visual barriers. The mayor says that the hotel itself is expected to be around 5 stories tall, but permits say the height limit is 10 stories or 120 feet max. The hotel is planned to open with at least 300 rooms, but will likely be expanded up to 600 rooms shortly after the park opens, according to Universal and planning officials. Current plans list 4,352 parking spaces for the theme park and hotel, but that may be adjusted as plans are finalized. Permits require 2 parking spaces per 3 seats on an amusement ride or 10 spaces for attractions with no defined seating. There must also be 1 parking space for each hotel room available. And the current plans show 559 parking spots just for the hotel itself, which would be closer to the 600 room count that officials discussed. The proposed layout for the property includes 2 main parking lot sections for the theme park, as well as lots for the hotel and employee parking, all acting as a sort of buffer between the theme park and the surrounding area on 2 sides. The hotel is near the center of the property, further blocking the theme park areas from residential streets. The theme park area itself, as well as the parking entry, are situated on the other side of the property that is not facing the residential area. Plans show the main theme park area here, as well as a future expansion space for the theme park closer to the parking lot. Zooming into the plans, we can see an area designated for a proposed storage and tech services building located behind the theme park. And there is an employee support and administration building that can be seen near employee parking. The entrance to the theme park is seen on this corner of the designated space here, within this circle on the plans. This park entry area is centrally located between the 2 guest parking lots and located directly behind what could be the hotel's main lobby as well. The plans for the layout for the property seem to be locked in to get approvals to start work, but what the actual theme park itself will contain is still being designed. We do have 1 official piece of concept art so far, which was released by Universal during the announcement in January. While we have theorized on which themed lands this new kid-friendly park may contain based on this art, rumor has it that what can be seen here may no longer apply, and what gets built may end up being different. We were assuming that all of the park will be based on DreamWorks animated properties, given that it appears that things like Trolls, Shrek, Camp Cretaceous, and Madagascar franchises are represented in this art, but now I wouldn't be so certain. While there has been a push within the company to include more DreamWorks properties within all of their theme parks around the world, like Kung Fu Panda in Universal Beijing, How to Train Your Dragon in Epic Universe, and even multiple franchises at the new DreamWorks land for Universal Studios Florida, that does not mean that this new Frisco park will exclusively feature only DreamWorks characters. As was hinted at during the official announcement, many believe that this park will also contain an area dedicated to the Minions, one of Universal's most profitable franchises. Now that property was released under the Illumination Studios banner and not DreamWorks, and Minions may not be the only property outside of DreamWorks for this new park. It's also possible that the park could even feature licensed properties not owned by parent company Comcast. An excerpt we discussed earlier from the special permit approved by the Frisco City Council on what types of characters and properties the new park should contain may be somewhat telling. It specifies that the park could include not just properties from NBC Universal and its affiliates, but also from licensors. This opens up possibilities for what the new park could contain beyond just the company's in-house DreamWorks and Illumination studios. That's all for now, but be sure to subscribe to follow along with the development and construction of this new family-friendly theme park, as well as other new projects like the year-round Haunt attraction in Las Vegas and the new Epic Universe theme park in Orlando. For even more information, your name in the credits, and behind-the-scenes posts, consider supporting the channel on Patreon, patreon.com/themeparkstop. Thanks for watching. See you next time.